What is up, guys? I literally just ended the other recording, but I was having so much fun playing this, and I know you guys seem to like this content more than my other stuff, so I'm going to be sure to try to crank out a couple episodes for you guys. I know we didn't get a lot accomplished last episode, but I did get to show you off my big storage facility. Eventually, we are going to set up automation for it and make it so that way we can access all the resources in one location, which would be wonderful. But for now, we'll just have to deal with what we got. One thing I said I was going to do at the beginning of this episode is we're going to look inside of this. So, if you've never played this game, like I said, this is a trash compactor. I have a crap load of those underneath this wall right here. In fact, let me tear up some of this floor here. I plan on replacing some of this floor with glass just so you can see all this. But you can see I have a bunch of those factories down there, and they are used to compact all my excess resources that I'm making and turning them into a currency that we can use. Alright, so coming over here, we have this one I set up just for basically destroying excess resources. Like, say I went out building and I had a bunch of resources and I wanted to clean out my inventory, and I go through and I start shoving stuff back in these, but they're already refull and I don't want to have to go down there, find the machine and put it in the right one. This one is just so I can just shove all the stuff I don't need in this, and it'll turn it into more tickets. They all share the same tickets, so the really cool thing is I can just print all these out and it'll clear it out of all of them, and I can also put the tickets back in for storage and it'll affect all of them. So, real quick, let's take a look at this. Those tickets can be used as a currency at this kiosk. It's called the Fix It Awesome Shop. This is like purchases I've made, but over here, it's broken down into multiple categories, which are awesome because there's a lot of stuff you can buy. Some stuff you have to unlock some stuff first. Like, I can't make these unless I unlock advanced steel protection in the hub. I don't really care that much. I don't really need them. They're good decoration for adding lighting in certain areas to change the lighting effects, but we're not going to worry too much about that right now. So inside of here, let's take a look. Next page, management. So there are some stuff in here I would love to have, like the conveyor lift hole. The reason I want that is right now I'm just covering it up using ceilings, but I would really like to change this out sometime and basically be able to put a roof right here and then put a manhole to connect that. I think it would look a lot better, and then I can do some more stuff decorations wise with this a little bit, maybe even utilize a tiny bit of the space behind these guys for some other cool projects. I don't know. But either way, until I get that manhole cover, I can't really do that much. So we may go ahead and buy that stuff here in a minute. Okay, if I can freaking land. There we go. Thought I was getting good at that. Anyway, so yeah, I want to buy this. I wouldn't mind having these mounts. That would make things a little bit easier. And the wall outlets would make wiring things inside of the factories a little bit easier. So we're going to do that too. I need to get some corner foundations. I'd like to buy a lot of these foundations. These are just the basic foundations. There's nothing like super fancy about them. And then walls, I would like to get the conveyor walls for sure, so that way I can hide more of the conveyor belts in my builds. I need to get doors so I can actually close off some of these factories. Gate holes wouldn't be bad. I would like the steel framed windows. Those are pretty cool, but I have to get silica learned first. Architecture, I'd love to get some pillars so that way we can make some modern looking stuff. The catwalks would be awesome. Like, I would love to make it so that way, because I could potentially upgrade the storage and double it up and do some stuff up above it or whatnot. And I'd love to put some catwalks for some stuff that I'm putting above these guys. Like, there's a whole lot of cool stuff we can do for decoration, and I plan on doing all that, and I'm gonna do a building montage for that. I've already decided it wasn't fair of me to show this building to you guys, and I'm sorry for that, guys. So I'm going to be sure to take care of that. Now, Customizer is really cool. It's really for where you get into your real building. Now, as you can see, a lot of stuff is locked. A lot of these materials and the roofs and stuff like that I can't do unless I unlock certain stuff. But we'll get into it. I'm not too worried. We'll eventually upgrade the space and make it look like a masterpiece. And we'll also start making our factories look better too. But so far, I don't hate where we're at. We're looking pretty dang good. So, the next thing on our list of things to do, I'm not going to buy any of that stuff because it really doesn't affect me that much right now. I'm trying to think. We need to get smart plates, but we haven't started crafting those yet. But the next thing on the list before we can even make smart plates, I think are modular frames. I think is correct. Modular frames, yes, they use reinforced plates and iron rods. Now, I could easily tap off of each one of these lines I have for these resources and craft these up, especially since they build up and I can reuse them and then have those build up, and it would be not that big a deal. But it wouldn't be producing enough. I would rather be producing some of every resource. I know if I started turning like my nail production into these, I wouldn't even have any nails. I wouldn't have enough to keep up with the assembler. So I don't want to do that. I would rather keep the resources flowing in and have the excesses going straight into compactors. That way I can still be making money off of it and it won't be a big deal. I thought I shut the resource machines down in here. I thought I disconnected them. I don't think any of them running. It's hard to tell. I thought I turned them off by disconnecting a wire the other day, but I guess I didn't. Anyway, we're making rotors right now, which should be like halfway down in here. So like right here, no, here, no, here. Ah, there's our rotors. Look at that. We're generating them. And like I said, I started this recording basically right after my last recording, so not much progress has been made. It's only crafting these at 4 per minute, so it's going to take a long time, roughly 11 hours of constant gameplay, which I may leave the game running overnight tonight just so I can generate a bunch of those. So, with that in mind, let's get started on modular frames. Now, I have an iron source right over here. How much iron does this produce? I have it turned up to 60. And this is using 15 and 45. So if this is using the full bandwidth of this, I couldn't really upgrade it to get much more. I mean, if I really wanted to get an extra, I think that's 15. I could throw one in there and then split it off, but I may not need to. I can throw 2 in here and get up to 60 per minute. That would be useful. But let's see. So let's work backwards like we did before. So let's say because we're going to have to run a new conveyor belt line for this, because we topped off that one. So let's start working backwards here. We're going to start from, oh wait, it's the top of this. Oh crap, that's going to take so many resources to run all those lines. Okay. I could clean it up by having it join this line and then merge off of it. That could work. So let's go get a bunch of resources here, and I'm going to do a little bit of work. Alright guys, so I went and got some resources and I started planning out the build. I started stacking these up, and to save some time I kind of just put the bottom and the top one for references, and I created a 90-degree angle to line up with that one to kind of clean it, get it as tight as possible. And then I ran it over to here, and then I already had one of these stackers right here, so I just stacked it up higher, and I kind of lined it up because I want it to go right above where the reinforced plates are for the very bottom one. So we are going to stop there for now, and then just start wiring up the rest. Actually, the only really line I need first thing is the top one. So that's what we're going to worry about. Cool thing about putting these belts when you're doing all these stacked lines is if you're not sure if they line up, like say for example I start one, here's 8, we're going to pop it in the very dead center of this one. You may notice as I place that one, it also is lined. So if I do this, if I place that one, see how it's showing me a line for each level? It's showing me that it's lined up for each one of these, and I freaking love it. And the same thing applies to conveyor belts. Like if I'm down here and I go to click it, it'll tell me which one it lines up with, so I don't have to guess. No matter how far away, well, I think within a reasonable distance anyway, it'll tell me which one it lines up with, which saves so much time. So, with that in mind, we can go ahead and start stacking these bad boys. I gotta make sure it does show me the stack line right there. Not sure how tall that is, but I want it to just basically just be level with this one. I don't know if it is or not though. This is too far away to tell, isn't it? So, easy way. I need to quick from this side to make sure it's going the right direction. Oh, no. See? When it doesn't show those lines, it can be difficult. Alright, and with that, I got it set up. So, the bottom two were the belts I already had in, and then I added in the 9 belts above it, so that way we have the entire line set up. Now, I didn't complete it all the way around. I only completed the top one. We'll complete more of these as we need them. I just don't want to waste more resources than I really have to. So, we can run this belt from the top over to these guys, and it won't be hard to hook those up. It'll be actually fairly easy. In fact, I could probably use downstairs space down here to create a factory, build it up, and then it'll exit from the top, saving us on resources. So, with that in mind, we can produce the 60, and let's work backwards again. So, oh, I need to go grab some rotors. Let's see here. Rotors. There they are. Got some rotors. Alright, so let's work backwards here. I mean, this isn't going to be the exact location. I mostly just want to know how many I need to make sure I can produce enough. So, we need 3 reinforced iron plates per minute and 12 iron rods per minute. That's pretty easy. That's only 12 iron ingots. But the reinforced plates, let's do that. Reinforced iron plates. It makes 5 per minute, so it would need 30 iron plates and 60 screws. Oy. Okay. Okay, so I need an assembler to assemble this too. So I need an assembler going into an assembler, huh? So I'd actually need another assembler, basically right there. That makes the reinforced plates, which I would actually turn this down to 3, so that would be right. I would need 18 iron plates, which I think those are 1 for 1 as well, or maybe 2 for 1, I don't remember. And then 36 screws, which we can produce with 1 line of those. Oh my god, that's going to be a lot of stuff. Okay. Alright, let's pick this up. We're going to try to make this as compact as absolutely possible. And so compact, in fact, we're going to hook it up to here. And I'm aware there's a wire delimifugger there. Run a wall through here. Okay, so I need to know the math. So many numbers involved. 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, so I think I've got it set up here. I did the math. It takes 48 ingots total to get it. So one of those miners will work fine. But I'll explain what I got here. We'll work backwards to show you exactly what's going on. So we were trying to make modular frames. From there, I needed 3 reinforced plates, which I have an assembler right below doing that. 3 reinforced plates needed 6 iron plates and 12 screws. From the back, we have 2 inputs. One that's right over here, which is our screws, the 36 screws we needed, and the rods that we need for it are right below it. Rods. And obviously, the rods are being made by the ingots that are going to be flowing in here shortly from that. Where I'm going to connect it right here. That's where the iron ingots are going to come up. We'll do that in just a second. And then the other line is obviously the plates we need to make the reinforced plates right there. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, and then the rods you need as well to make the modular plates that are running up, over, down, and in. So it was a lot to cover. I still have to hook it all up to power. And we have to hook up the actual resource. So let's do that really quickly. So we'll do this. About that here. That'll do it, I think. There. Probably a little high, but you know what? I don't care. Alright, and that'll bring it up. And down here, it's just coal going into 2 smelters, which makes 60 ingots, fuses them together. All this is tier 1 stuff, didn't have to go above that. So it was pretty easy to make all this. It was just needing to compress it all. Alright, so let's get power hooked up real quick. Let's see, we'll set a power pole right here, hook it to that as well. Working backwards, we're going to throw a power pole about right here. Hook that one up as well. Another power pole about right here. And hook that. And that one. Let's also run another power pole right over here. It's going to hook up this one. And then, do we have a power line down here already? It looks like we do. I'm not sure about it, to be honest. Okay, there is technically a power pole in here. So, we'll go ahead and use it. 1 smelter started. 2 smelters started. So, as you see, they're going at it. I didn't reduce how much ingots these will make, so these will eventually overfill. Making it so that way all the machines that they're trying to run can stay running 24/7. I'm not too worried about that. I'm not going to go through and calibrate everything like I have been because it's been just tedious. I may go back and fix it later when I go to decorate the factories, but for now it's fine. Anyway, iron ingots are coming on up. It's going to split it between these 3 what are they called? Constructors. Oh, that one doesn't have power for some reason. Let's fix. Wait, you don't want me to let me put power there? Can I hook it up now? Okay, how about now? What do you mean you don't have power? Looks like you're hooked up. Does nothing have power? Whoa, I don't have it hooked up to the grid? Well, that's pretty easy to fix, I suppose. This power pole right here to that power pole right there. Now it's definitely on the grid. Guess I never hooked up the upper level here. Alright, so all these machines should be running pretty well now. Those are making plates. Outputting. Okay, looks good. Just gotta wait for screws to start coming. Looking mighty fine. Already got the rods flying over there. This will go down and make us some plates that we need. Are there cleaner ways to build this? 150,000%. But, am I proud of it anyway? Oh yeah. I will clean it up and make it look nice and decorate it and stuff and probably fix all the wiring because that's just a disaster. Let me see how we're doing on power though. We're gonna have to get some more soon. Okay, okay, should be about to start sending us up some plates. Take a look. It's crafting, does 3 per minute, so it takes a second. There we go, it made us one. Where'd my plate go? Doesn't have any frames in it. Okay, it's sending it. It's going up. Coming out. Okay, don't know what happened there. And this me. Oh, it already has a plate in it. I'm just stupid. Let's give it a bit of a head start. Alright. Now this thing is going to be producing me modular frames. Not very fast, mind you. I think that's a 2 per minute. So that'll be another operation that I'll probably just set and forget. I do need to get that stuff over here, though. So let's run over here. Oop, a little bit too fast. Let us... One second, guys. Alright, I got it all hooked up. So, now we have this running. I apparently didn't have the miner hooked up to power, so everything shut down for a while. I couldn't figure out what was going on. But we do have 6 modular frames already en route to their new location in the base. So, that's another resource down, guys. Whew, making hefty progress. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be looking into making are those smart platings. Now, I know eventually we're going to need these automated as well, so we might as well get to it. So slap down an assembler real quick. Take a look at this. Smart plating, 1 reinforced plate, and 1 rotor. Oh, sorry, 2 reinforced plates per minute, 2 rotors per minute, makes 2 per minute. Not too bad. In worst case scenario, I can hand make these since I know I have the resources. But I think I might have a more interesting solution. I don't want to do that. If I were to set up the assembler, I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be an extremely slow process, but it'll work. Set this to smart plating. Now what we're going to do is logistics, sublitter, right here and here. The heck? Seriously? I rotated these the wrong way. Oh. Splitter. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay. There. Not sure why it didn't work before, but whatever. I think it's just phasing right through it. So with that in mind, let's do this. Click and click, click and click. Now it should be working. Keys on should. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. It went up. Cool. We'll have plenty of plates because we have overproduced on those right now. But now, if we were to power, let's see, where is it? Where's our power production? Enough? No, I can do it on that line. There. Now that'll start making me some smart plating, and I can hook it up to. Let's hook it up to the second line. Let's just deconstruct that. We don't need it. Okay. Boop and boop, and then don't think that's quite low enough for me to do that. Let me see if I can just hook it up directly. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I could be a lot better about this, but I just want to get the smart plating going, to be perfectly honest with you. Well, let me down here. Slow down. Hold on. There we go. Try it again. And there we go. Smart plating should be hooked up now. Yep, there it is. We got smart plating coming in. Look at that, guys. And because this is the second one from the top, let's take a look over here. Slow it down. There's that. Rotors, modular frames, and this is where smart plating should be coming out at. So, with that in mind, all we can do is hook this up right there. And now, once the smart plating comes in, it will automatically go straight into this, and we can complete the phase. So I'm going to let this run for a few minutes. Well, we'll just complete this on the next episode, because I got to wrap this up. So guys, we're about to complete phase 1, and then tomorrow we will be getting into phase 2, which even in my personal playthrough that I started a couple months ago, I still haven't even gotten into phase 2 yet, so it's going to take a while. We have to get a lot of steel infrastructure going. Granted, on my other world, I'm just now starting to build a base like this, so that's what's taking me so long. And I'm trying to over-engineer it, and I over-engineered it badly. And this turned out way better than the one I did in my private world. I'm super excited about it. Whew. We've done so well, guys. And I've managed to keep it looking too much like spaghetti. There's a lot of things that I wish I could change about it, but I don't hate how it's turning out. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it in the comments. Please let me know if you think I should straighten up how this is turning out. Should I change my method? If you have some good examples, please provide them. I'd love to see. This seems to be working for me to keep things nice and organized. And I'm going to hide a lot of it with roads and stuff when I start construction on the actual full facility. And some of this will be closed off behind walls and doors and stuff like that, so it ain't going to be super visible. And I'm going to make the outsides look a lot better visually, especially our main hub here. This is going to be looking sick when we get done with it. Oof. Can't wait, guys. Cannot wait. Let's see. How is those smart plating coming? Have we gotten our first smart plating in storage yet? How about if I could see a dang thing, huh? They do have to travel much further than the rest of them do, don't they? Yeah, there's not even one over here yet, so it's still... That first one's still right here. Chugga, 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 choo, choo. I want to see something. Grab it. Boop. I were to pop it in and it go in there, I'll make sure everything's going to work correctly before we finish out this video. Nice. Yeah, it shows it up there at the top right what we're at. So I'm just going to let the game run over time. In the next video, it should be completed, and we can move on to phase 2. Sorry, I can't really finish it off here. I got some other stuff I got to get taken care of in the next little bit, so I got to hop off here, so I can't finish this. We can't watch the phase 2 completion, but be sure to stick around and watch out for the next episode when we start phase 2 and start unlocking tiers 3 and 4 in the hub. I'm excited, guys. I hope you are too. If you enjoyed, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell down below to let you know when I upload videos to YouTube. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below for various reasons, whether you just want to say I'm doing a terrible job, doing a great job, or you just like hearing my voice. It doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, that's going to have to do it for me, guys. So I'll see all of your beautiful faces in the next video. Bye, guys.